When I was a kid, you famously worked for Sid Caesar. And when I was
What did you do? You were near my cup. You were near my cup. Never mind. Come here.
Did you get him?
I didn't take my medicine today.
Okay. He doesn't work for us. Just a guy in the crowd wearing a headset. You worked for Sid Caesar on a great show, your show of shows, and I've heard there's a story that he was physically very strong, man, and that you experienced that more than anybody else.
I went to Chicago. Sid had a gig in the second year of the show of shows, when we had our hiatus, in Chicago at the Palmer House in the Empire Room. And he was good, but he wanted more jokes. And we were up in his room, and he was smoking cigars, and it was 2 in the morning, and I said, "We got air. And he said, air. I can't, the cigar smoke, I can't." And he said, "Air?" And Sid had had a vodka or 2, or maybe 16, I don't know. Yeah. And he went to the window. "Air, you want air?" And a window probably was shut for 40 years, And he went bang, and it was open. And then he grabbed me by the collar and by the pants, and he held me over Michigan Avenue. "Air, you like? We're having air. And I'm looking. I see taxi cabs. I see people. He said enough. Plenty. I've had enough air. Yeah. And he took me back inside. While we were in Chicago, we rented a car and we scraped a taxi cab. And they have a little leather bow tie and a yellow cap, the Chicago cab drivers. And the cab driver said, "You son of a bitch," and he's crazy. And I said, "Oh my God, you don't say son of a bitch to Sid Caesar. You simply don't." Because he's not only the funniest comic, but also the strongest comic in the world. So he walks over to the cab driver's cab and he says, "I want to talk to you about your birth. I want to talk to you. Do you remember when you were born? Can you have any memory?" The cab driver's looking at him like this guy. He rolls up his window, but he leaves that little clipper window open. There used to be a window for air.
A little vent window. Yeah.
And so he says, "Can you remember anything about your birth?" And the guy says, "What are you, crazy?" And he says, "Don't worry about it. We're going to reenact." And he grabs him by the leather bow tie, starts pulling him out of that clipper window. There would have been one spaghetti of a cat. I had a bite.
We will reenact it.
He was very strong. He was very talented. Most comics you wrote for, I wrote for, you prayed that they met your material, that they just did it. Yeah. Sid always raised it. Sid always made it funny.
Everyone said he was the best instrument to hear your music through.
He was the best. He was the best.